well.
Good morning, everyone, and I hope you all enjoy a beautiful, lovely day today. Welcome to another episode of Chit Chat. I am your host, Linda Medeiros, and today my guest is going to be Shaun. Today he's going to discuss his career on podcasting, and he loves to do podcasting. He's been doing it for a very long time. So welcome to the show, Shaun.
Hi, Linda.
Hi.
Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for coming on.
It's a real delight. I'm really glad that your viewers are interested in what I do.
Oh, yes, and I'm sure there's lots of people who are interested. Now, I understand that that you're into podcasting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've done several podcasts. But I've only got 2 right now that are published.
Yes.
But I did them a long time ago.
And have you always wanted to be a podcaster?
I've always wanted to be a producer or a creative consultant for entertainment and people who perform on stage.
Oh, very cool.
Mm-hmm. So in podcasting, what I do is I talk to people who are working towards a performance or an event that they're working on, and I showcase their music, give them the opportunity to speak to the audience about what they're working on, and I help publicize what they work on and talk about the message they're sending.
Nice. And did you have like a podcast you liked growing up?
You know, the first podcast I ever listened to was in the class that we're taking with accessible content creation, and for that reason, I have never been interested in much on the internet to begin with, and always tried to avoid it at all costs because I like human interaction and things that are of value to the spirit when you are engaged in an audience. And that's why I started Creative Eye Consult on Facebook, because I wanted to draw people to various events and things that's going on in my community.
That's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And like, did you have any did you have any interest in doing producing, because you like to produce?
That's right. And putting all the audio tracks together, making it clean and making it into something that's a lot more interesting than it started out to be. That's really fun for me.
Yeah, it sounds fun. And like, I understand that you like to put music in your podcast. Like, did you like put like any rock and roll music? Like, I know one podcast you put like a rock song. It's like, was that by those girls you interviewed, or?
It was Pink Floyd, I believe.
Oh yeah, Pink Floyd.
And I was talking about the album and how the album Pink Floyd Animals,
oh yes,
to me was one of the most creative rights of modern music, and I thought I would showcase that.
Oh, nice.
So, but to answer your question, I like to put in background music and sound effects into a podcast because
that's very interesting.
Yeah, depending on the sound system people have or whatever video they're using as well, you have the opportunity to input in those things as well. So like, you have something going across the screen or even looking at you while we're speaking. That is something that I want to be able to give back to the internet, because that's what it started out to be. When I was growing up, the internet was called the information highway. I often say now to people, watch out, because it's not just an information highway anymore. It's the information marketplace. And where we're at now in the engagement between the people who are there seems to be a line in the sand, and it grows deeper and deeper, right, the more the economy grows and becomes more inflated. We have to be responsible about bringing jobs to people who are of need, and not just who are jobs to people who are of character of family, right? Like, we have to provide for all of our citizens, and in that respect, programs that such as the Hour and Mohawk College program that we just took are going to forefront the equation in what is human rights and what is foundational to your human rights. And is going to be an interesting journey between now and 2040. Oh yeah. And what we see happen today is just a reflection of how people will interact in the future. And to me, of course, seeing that on the internet and in my imagination, I have the chance to show people what I'm seeing in my mind, almost, I understand. Now, I know you mentioned the app Dolbion. Do you recommend that to anyone who's interested in podcasting? I think I would, because, you know what, I would recommend anyone who wants to do podcasting to just get in and put yourself into the pool and get yourself wet with whatever it is that you've got. Because there is just so many apps and different ways to express yourself now, that you can do that and literally hit record on your phone and upload that to live stream, and you've got a podcast. So exactly. So whatever it is that tickles your fancy on the internet, dive right in, get real wet, and enjoy the experience, because that's what it's all about. That's good advice. Now, you also added cartoon characters on your podcast. I noticed that. Like, at first I thought, where have I heard that voice before? Like, was it from those old TV shows? One of my friends, Vera Petra and Clarissa Deer, they work. I can't remember what university is. They're professors at universities. They teach about the history of rock and roll, and they assembled a really cute audio clip that included some cartoon characters. It was really cute. And my podcast actually does have that series. If you want to check it out on Facebook, it is posted on my Creative Eye Consult page. Yes, that was pretty cool. You like that? Thank you. No problem. Now, was there any other podcasts you used to listen to before you became a podcaster? I was actually a DJ in college. So. Oh, cool. Yeah, so I was working towards being on the radio, and what happened was, because of my disability, I had challenges that affected my ability to speak. Really? Yeah, so I had communication problems and trouble getting my thoughts across, and I still do, but I've learned how to use the simple language technique that helps me to slow down and just relax. And I know that people understand that people have other and special needs, and it actually helps me to improve. So I'm looking forward to getting back into it. And you just answered both my questions. What were the challenges and how did you overcome them? So that was pretty good. Thanks. So what do you plan to do in the future? I plan to start a blog site and work
Nice.
with some really extremely rare and exceptional people who want to contribute back to some even more delightfully wonderful people in my mind because of some of the people I've encountered in my life.
Nice.
But you know what? We are all in the here and now, and it's time to move forward with all these great notifications I'm receiving. And
Yeah, that's okay.
yeah, absolutely. I'm getting questions, and I'm looking forward to representing persons of extreme mobility challenges, and I'm looking forward to helping people who are representing other causes, because anything that we can do now to make this world in 2040,
Mhm.
we have the chance to do that now, and now's the
Yes.
time to take action. And I'm ready to participate with the hard skills I've learned and give back to the people that may not know how to get back to employment. And I think that I can do that in a way that is really creative and help people learn in the process how to do it themselves, and even start their own businesses and have fun doing what it is that they want to do, not just getting a job and making money.
Well, that's pretty good. That's good to hear. No, I also understand that you're creating a website to make it accessible for everyone who has a disability. You're creating the Clicks website.
I'm going to help in the creation of that. I don't want to take any credit in building a full
Oh, of
website,
course not.
but I definitely am super involved and extremely excited to help anyone who's looking to get involved.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
And I know I'm one of them.
Yes, and we're gonna work together for, I hope, several years to come.
Yeah. And you're still planning on making it accessible for everybody, not just people who have a disability.
Yeah, and I play guitar, and I want to uh, actually perform my songs that I've written for live audiences as well.
Nice.
So that's one of my big goals.
And I also understand you had um, a family who loved music growing up.
Yeah, I have lots of family in music. My cousin is the bass player for Fire and Water.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they were a really good band. Opened up for Edgar Winter, I believe.
Very cool. So, do you have any advice for anyone who wants to, like, follow their dreams and who are going through challenges and what they can, do to
I sure
overcome
do.
it?
Yes, I
Okay.
sure do. And that's always, what, to create a plan, stick to it, show transparency, let people know your plans, and be active in the community and support diversity.
Yes, that's
I
very good advice.
It's been a really nice time. I'm really intrigued by your questions. You're such a great podcaster yourself, Linda. I think that there's a future for this. I really looking forward to putting this on the internet for people, and hopefully we're going to get some really good response from it.
Yes. And the only advice that I can give, always be a team member
Mhm.
and never be afraid to ask for help if you're stuck on something.
Exactly. We have to stick together.
Of course. Of course. And we have to keep, working on what we love to do.
And get ourselves to another level so that we can be and have a sense of satisfaction at the end of each day, and know
Exactly.
that we've grown.
Hmm. And we could show everyone that we can do it.
That's right. And knowing that others have done something that you want to do and have similar difficulties that you have, it is such an inspiration to see and will make your help you to achieve those goals that you have.
Yes, I love hearing that. Well, thank you for coming on Chit Chat, Shaun.
I appreciate your time, Linda, and hopefully you'll be interested in coming on Creative Eye Consult and having a chat with us. And I look forward to that too. And I'm looking forward to hearing the final version of this so that we can put it out. And it's going to be, I think that a lot of people are going to be interested in hearing what we have to say, because we, like I said, we are a rare and special group, and not a lot of people get to hear from us because we're usually quite sheltered, and we've got this opportunity now to speak to people and say, you know, this is what we think is right.
Yes.
Thanks for having me on.
And peace, thank you for being my guest.
Universal Design.
And thank you for everyone from Mohawk College.
And Alware.
Yes, thank you to Alware.
Thanks, Liz. Yes. Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks, Ali and Stephanie. Sandra.
Yes.
Take care, everyone.
And till then, always put a bright smile on your face on a beautiful sunny day.